to the ladies' room. And it's Saturday, August 11th. You're here with Keena and Kimberly in the ladies' room. Kimberly, how are you today?
I'm doing good. How are you, Keena?
Good, thank you so much. So, in the ladies' room, we've had a lot happen since our last show. It's been a couple weeks, so we've got a lot of things to talk about. So why don't we just get right into it?
Let's jump into it.
Well, the big thing going on right now is the Olympics. Dun, 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 dun. I don't know what it goes. I don't know what it goes after that.
If it had words, I'd know them.
So we had a lot going on with the Olympics over in London. I have not gotten good rest for like the last 2 weeks because with the recast, it didn't go off till like midnight.
And they saved the best races for last.
For the last thing they show.
So sorry, NBC acts like we don't have to go to work.
Right.
If I didn't have to go to work, I'd probably be over in London watching the Olympics live.
Right, exactly. And then they have you going back and forth. Like they'll do a swimming thing, then a gymnastics thing, then a track thing, then a swimming thing. Mm-hmm. And so you can't even know what time to actually watch.
Right.
Like, why didn't they just do like 8 to 9 is swimming, 9 to 10 women's gymnastics, 10 to 11 men's gymnastics, you know? So you could plan it and record what it is that you wanted to watch.
Because that's too much like right, and NBC ain't right.
Yes. So that has made it definitely difficult. Did you check out the opening ceremony?
No, I didn't watch that.
Oh, you didn't see any of it?
None of it.
Yeah, people were a little scared. There were some ghouls and goblins with some children jumping in beds, and so people got a little scared on that part. But
scared,
because it was like it was kind of scary, and they
really?
were like they had their children watching the opening ceremony, and
what was the point of that?
Well, it was all artistic and creative, and
I guess.
So they were like trying to show the history of London and the UK over time and how they went through the different periods to come now to modern
Did they have
day.
a Jack the Ripper segment?
Not that I know of.
Okay.
But maybe that was the goblin or the ghoul that they showed. But I guess the big talked about part on there was with the Queen and James Bond. Did you see a clip of that?
No, I didn't watch any of that.
Not even the clip after
I
the
don't
fact?
care about any of that. I just want to see the competition.
Oh, man. Okay. Well,
so tell me about the Queen and James.
Well, the Queen, actually...
Did she show some emotion?
No, and that was the thing. It was, like there was this whole kind of funny thing where James Bond walked into the palace, came to her office, her desk. The Queen doesn't do any work.
Right.
Came into her, her room,
mm-hmm.
and she turns around and says, "Hello, Bond," and he was like, "Hey, hello, Your Majesty."
He said, "What's up?"
Yeah. And then they left, and then they were up supposedly in the helicopter and parachuted down onto the field, and then they had the Queen come out. So they had someone dressed like the Queen.
I was gonna say I know the Queen, so it's like the current guy that's playing James Bond.
Yes,
they couldn't get Sean Connery to do it.
No, because once you give up the title and the next one comes, you don't go back.
But I'm pretty sure he's like the Queen's age, if not, he's probably a little younger than the Queen.
Yeah, do you want 2 old people jumping out the plane or the helicopter?
I think that would have been cool, though. Okay. Anyway, go ahead.
Okay.
I like I said, I just wanted to see the competition.
The Queen came out.
Okay.
And everyone's like clapping. She's just standing there with no emotion. She's just like this. Okay, nobody can see this, but what I'm doing is my face has absolutely no emotion on it. Like, why can't the Queen smile?
Because her teeth are jacked up. Do we need to go back and talk about teeth?
Is that why the Queen doesn't smile?
Yeah, I think that's why the Queen doesn't smile. Because
if anybody should have good teeth, it's the Queen.
Well, she's a queen of the people, so she's like, the people don't have good teeth. I can't have good teeth.
She lives in a palace,
but that's the way she identifies with the people.
By keeping her teeth raggedy?
Okay. Anyway, like I said, I didn't watch any of that. So after all that, and everybody's clapping,
and she still had her pocketbook though. The Queen and that pocketbook.
What does she have in that pocketbook?
I don't know, but she always has her pocketbook.
I bet you she got that iPod that Michelle Obama gave her in that pocketbook.
Michelle Obama gave her an iPod?
Yeah, when they
when she came to visit that time?
Yeah, that was her gift to the Queen. It was an iPod.
What did she put on the iPod?
She had
like
percolator.
A little Jay-Z, a little Hova on the Queen's iPod.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why she's so gangster and doesn't smile.
Right, because she's
listening to all that Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
2 or 3 chains. I don't know how many chains he has. 2
chains.
So,
Anyway, so she had her pocketbook.
She had her pocketbook.
What color was it?
That was the problem. She had on a pink dress.
It was a dress. It wasn't one of those two-piece suits. It was a dress.
No, I think it was a dress.
Okay.
She had a pink dress on. She had on black shoes, black gloves, black pocketbook. She looked a hot mess. And
God
you're
bless
too
the
rich
queen.
to look a hot mess.
God bless the queen.
So I guess it's all on Kate.
I'm like, Kate couldn't set her up. I mean, Kate looks fashionable, looking good.
And the queen looks a hot mess.
Okay, I guess.
So, the Jubilee is... Clearly, she didn't get a new wardrobe in that Jubilee.
Okay.
That they had. So, what was your highlight? What was your highlight of the 2 weeks? Or some of your highlights?
Okay, I think because it just happened. The U.S. women went in the 4x100 relay.
Yes.
That was great.
See, I mean, seen it.
They kicked tail. And it was so funny because they were kicking it. And when Carmelita Jeter, she ran... Jeter. Oops, I forgot. Because her daddy will get me. Not that he's listening. But Mr. Jeter, if you hear that, I apologize. But when she ran across the finish line and she pointed at that clock like... New world record, bitches.
Yeah.
And then
money for the kids.
I'm sorry. Anyway, and then so afterwards I was like, they did it. I was like, what? And right after you saw Carmelita Jeter say, what? She looked at the camera like, what? We did it. Now, that.
See, I need to go back and see it.
Yeah, you got to see
it.
that.
But of course, NBC and their app, they don't give you the doggone video until
you either get the live
time later.
You get the live feed, which is jacked up because it usually goes out right at the time when somebody's crossing the finish line, or you get the app that shows the delayed video, which waits 2 days before they show you the event. So NBC is sorry.
They got to get it together. They got to get it together.
That was my most recent highlight.
That's a good one.
Of course, I loved when Gabby won the all around.
Oh, Gabby.
When she won that.
Yes.
It's late.
Yeah, Gabby.
Maybe I have to say bitches again.
When those bitches won the gymnastics.
Because I loved it. Okay, in the beginning of the all-around competition, Jordan did her vault. Yes. And they were like, oh, that's the best vault Jordan's ever done. And then Gabby came back behind that, and she topped that. And they were like, oh, my gosh. And then...
Michaela?
Is it Michaela? Is it
Michaela?
Allie?
Allie. Which one? Michaela's the vaulter.
Okay, Michaela. Then Michaela came and stuck the hell out of that vault. Before them Russians got up there, they looked like they were about to cry. They were like, dang. So in the end, when excuse you, IP. In the end, when Gabby was on that platform with her gold,
yes,
and those Russians were looking like
salty.
They were looking salty.
Yes.
So that was another highlight. That was another highlight of mine.
Okay. Yeah, because they're fierce. They're the Fierce Five, not the Fab Five. Because Michigan and Jalen Rose, he owns that. He trademarked that. So, he maybe got about $20 this week off the Fab Five being used.
I guess whatever.
But the Fierce Five, came out there, and they were on that night.
They rocked it.
And then Gabby following up with that, went in the all around, and and then the whole hair thing. Really? Honestly, did I look at her hair and say, oh, I wish she had used a different gel and brushed it back? But why? I'm not going to go on Twitter or...
You're not going to go on Twitter anyway.
Well, okay, yeah, that's true. Okay, so I'm not going to go out and write and all this stuff and talk about her hair when she's winning the all-around.
Well, see, okay. So first of all, I think now, as someone who is on Twitter... I'll admit that I wasn't following this until it actually happened. So I didn't know who Gabby Douglas was. And I was on Twitter one day and somebody was like, oh, Lord, Gabby's hair. So I'm like, who is this Gabby? And at first I was like, Gabby must be a white girl. Why are they talking about? But then I saw it was black women saying it. So I was like, no, she must be black because that's what we do sometimes.
Yeah.
So then when I saw her, I was like, oh, okay, I can see. But I didn't think it was that, big a deal. But the problem is with social media now and real time, people just think that whatever they think, they should put out there.
Exactly.
And some things just need to be held back.
Right.
Because, some of the people that were talking about Gabby's hair, I got some things on them that I could have said about them. I didn't. But I'm like, why are you checking Gabby's hair when your credit is all jacked up? That's what I thought. I didn't put that on Twitter. But that's what I thought. And sometimes people just need to keep their stuff to themselves.
And that's probably what annoys the hell out of me the most about, like, if I read people's comments on a blog or something like that, is it's all malicious and mean. Mm-hmm. And it's like, and it's things that you wouldn't say to that person face to face.
Right.
You know, so it's like, you know, there's just no, there's no filter.
There's no filter.
All.
And it's things that if someone were to check that person on their, you know, their faults, they'd be crying. Mm-hmm. You know, it's like, you know, so people kill me with that. But anyway, while they were crying about Gabby's hair, their hair might be laid, but they sitting around with bad credit and
eating chips
and 5 baby daddies and stuff like that, you know? I mean, really. So I think
while she's winning gold medals.
Right. But I just hate because when the first time I watched her perform, the announcers were saying, like, okay, if Gabby can be focused, you know, she'll get this. So I thought, okay, maybe that's her history. She loses focus. Yeah. And after she won the gold all around, and I saw her in all these interviews and things like that, and I'm thinking, she might be losing focus. Yeah. And then when it came to the individuals, you saw she was either last or second to last where she competed. Right. And, you know, I'm seeing where she's responding to comments about her hair in interviews. And I'm like, why is she needed to be secluded. Exactly. She didn't even need to hear about this. Right. No one should have even told her about that. Right. So, you know, I just think that all the haters that talked about her hair and stuff, you're the reason why she didn't win more golds.
Right. Because it was definitely a stark difference between her all-around performances and her individuals in uneven and balance beam. Yeah.
But even with that, I will say she just was professional. Yeah, even when she messed up, she didn't cry like those little bitch-ass Russian girls.
Cha-ching!
I mean, she, you know, and even that Mufasa girl. Yeah, whatever her name is. Oh, when she smirked,
she is not related to the Lion King.
Okay,
Mustafina
was the main one crying. One of the main ones crying, and then when she smirked when Gabby messed
on
up
the uneven, I want to go through that TV.
Oh my goodness! Yes. I'm like, okay, that's why you lost to her. Heifer.
Yes, exactly.
And so, but she afterwards she hugged everybody. Gabby, she was the epitome of grace,
right, and good sportsmanship,
right. And I'm just glad that she has that attitude, and hopefully she'll go away and get her focus and come back and with all them. Yep. At the next Olympics in 2016, which I want to go to.
Well, which will be in Rio.
Yes, I would like to go to Rio.
Be nice. Yeah, that would be nice.
Okay.
Oh, I need to start my workout routine now.
You're not competing.
Well, no, but you know you got to wear a thong down there on the beach.
No, you don't.
Yeah, you know. So you got. I'm just saying, I've been there, and you know, you want to compete.
Did you wear? You don't want to compete with that?
Yeah. Well, I mean, you gotta. You know how you go to Rome when in Rome.
Let me tell you.
When in Rio,
no. I'm not wearing anybody's thong on the beach.
I just want you to know. You know when they were doing that, and they were in Rio.
I'm gonna be on the beach with my cover up, just like I do when I'm on the beach, doggone in Florida. Yes.
You gotta be ready. You gotta be ready. You get caught up in the moment. So yeah, that'd be a serious. I'm gonna have to go on the Carmelita Jeter plan.
Okay.
Or maybe the Allison Felix. Carmelita, I'm never going to get that butt, like, if I worked out from here to eternity.
And I don't think you'll ever get as lanky as Allison if you worked out from here to eternity. So let's just go on your workout plan. Let's just go on your workout plan. Yeah. But today, the women's basketball team is competing for gold.
That's right.
And the women's volleyball team are currently competing for gold.
That's right. You said they had won a set.
Yeah, they won a set. Brazil won a set, and then
this is as of 2:55 Saturday, August 11th.
You know what? I'm about to look it up though to see where we are right now. But yeah, so it's like the Olympics is like girl power.
Girl power. We run the world, girls. Yeah, we're gonna
run this mother. Who run this mother? But
so yeah, they're definitely. I mean, when it comes for everything, we're talking the soccer team for the U.S. just came out. Of course, gymnastics, what we talked about. Women's volleyball, because our men's volleyball out. Our basketball, they lost.
Brazil, no, it's not over, but Brazil won the third set 25-20.
So now they're up 2-1.
Yeah.
So, you know, even our water polo, the U.S. water polo women's team won gold.
Have you watched a water polo? Have you ever played water polo? Because you swim.
Yeah. I mean, not nearly. Like, we didn't have the hat and everything. But, I mean, we just had, you know, the little setup in the pool playing, you know, just like that. you know.
But like, were you like
Were you
in
gonna throw the
deep
ball and
water,
stuff?
or were you treading water for like hours?
Well, you played on both sides.
Yeah.
So it wasn't total. It wasn't total. Just.
I just watched that, and
that's hard.
I just marveled at the athleticism of those both men and women playing water polo.
Yeah.
I mean, if I had to tread water, I could tread water for like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And the little goalie person, oh my gosh, they're like just they don't even get a chance to run, just swim across the doggone pool. They just stand there, not stand there and tread water.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, I would drown.
Very difficult. But
congratulations to the women's water polo team.
Yes.
For getting that gold.
Yes. And our road team, everything. Women were doing it. So we're going to play some women power music in the break.
In this break, because then, we're in the ladies' room.
That's right. That's where we are, and that's what we should do.
Girl power.
All right. And we will be back after this musical break. Stay with us.
Who run the world?
Girls.